I need to fill you guys in because today has been crazy. Starting at the beginning, I woke up at 3:30 this morning because I had a flight at 6 a.m. I had a huge bag because I have different outfits for the events that I'm here for. Shoes, bags, my lights, my makeup, everything. I check the bag, I get on the flight. It's a super smooth flight. Very nice gentleman next to me. He's into film. We talk about that. I sleep. It was great. Get off the plane, go to the baggage claim. My bag's not there. I was freaking out. I was like, oh my gosh. This has never happened to me before. Mind you, I had a rare beauty event at 1 p.m. with Selena Gomez and her makeup artist Hung. So I was like, oh my gosh, I have this event at 1. Luckily, I did overnight bone curls the night before. So I was like, okay, don't need to worry about my hair. And it was a makeup masterclass. So I didn't need to worry about makeup because we'd be doing our makeup at the class, at the event. It all worked out because I got these cute heels, these silk pants, and this cute navy top, which is, you can wear it a few different ways. I really love it. So I got my outfit, I took out my heatless curls at Reformation, I got ready in the bathroom, and then I went to the Rare Beauty event.
To celebrate the launch of our newest foundation, the True to Myself Natural Matte Foundation. Has anyone tried it?
Selena have great skin, so I use very little everywhere, and I only use more where I need it, like around the nose, under the eye.
What are your thoughts on underpainting? Do you ever do that?
I think it's a great technique, and I think everyone, like I said today, like I share with you. I don't want to say I'm here to teach. I'm here to share with you how I do makeup, and I'm sure you have way better ways that work better for you. I usually don't do underpainting myself, but I think it's a great technique, and I think it will work great for you. You should try it.
It was so wonderful seeing the team again because I hadn't seen a lot of those women since the New York trip back in 2022, which is crazy, where I got to meet Selena. And let me tell you, she is genuinely a sweetheart. Like, you can tell she's very nice, down to earth, really makes eye contact and just acts like a normal person. And her makeup artist is phenomenal. He does Jennifer Lawrence, Anne Hathaway, Scarlett Johansson's makeup. He was incredible, learned so many new techniques. I just love Selena and her team. Here's a little room tour. I'm staying at the Palais House in LA, and I booked it because it was giving me vintage vibes, and it's so cute. It's actually really big. I'm back at Reformation, and I have this high neck dress. The dress code for tonight's neutral, so I went with this cream, and then I'm gonna go back to Nordstrom to get a wrap. You guys, I love getting my hair done. I feel so relaxed, and it's so early. You guys, we put a bump it in the hair basically, and I love it. And then we height, and then I feel like that will look really good with the high neck because it's like high.
But it's only because we're so proud and excited to just give you guys a good night, celebrate with you because this all exists with you, and together we create a community that I'm grateful for and will always be. So have fun. I'm excited to have a little drink with you guys and just enjoy your night. Thanks for coming.
I'm from California and I want to show you guys a full face of Rare Beauty where I tell you guys all of the tips and tricks I learned from Selena and Hung. At the masterclass, I wrote all of them down, but an update on my bag. It never arrived in California. It somehow fell off the carousel on the way to the plane and it was lost. But luckily my uncle who works for Delta was able to locate it at the airport and I ended up getting it when I arrived home. Now I will be putting an air tag in my luggage. And I think Delta is going to reimburse me for the items I had to buy, which is amazing. So it all worked out. Something really interesting he said about the eyebrows was that they changed the nose shape. The further apart you make your eyebrows, the wider your nose looks, and the closer you make them, the more slim it looks. When you prep your eyelids for eyeshadow, don't use a lot of product at all because you want to keep the movement in your crease. You don't want it to be cakey and hard for your eyelids to move. So I'm just taking the tiniest amount of the new foundation, and he spent a while blending out the eyeshadow. Now, something that was really interesting he said about eyeliner. Keep tight lines instead of on top of the eyelid because that can just look too thick, especially in photographs. So this was a really interesting tip. And whatever product is left over on the side, he just drags out to create a subtle wing. Moving on to the base, I'm prepping with the Pore Diffusing Primer. I also have the Illuminating Primer, which I'm going to put on top of my cheekbones. Something I noticed when he was applying foundation was he used his fingers and a sponge. For foundation, he goes for a shade lighter than you would typically go for to increase contrast. And he adds those shadows back in with contour and bronzer. I think the look of Selena, where she kind of looks like Snow White, is a really good example of it. At the masterclass, you guys saw that we were able to ask questions, and a few people, including myself, asked about blemishes, acne scars, and he gave some really good tips for how to conceal that. So I'm going to share those with you. To cover blemishes, don't use a concealer shade that you would use for under your eyes. You should have two shades, one to cover the blemishes and then one to brighten under the eyes. Let concealer set, let it dry for better coverage. For a pimple, he applies powder, then sets with setting spray, then sets again with powder. So kind of sandwiches it. And then for scarring, I remember him saying use a darker concealer shade, obviously not super dark, just your skin tone, and then put foundation on top of that, and then a little concealer on top of that. So I guess like sandwiching is important. And he said matte is better for texture. It minimizes it more. For under the eyes, he uses a lighter concealer to brighten. And then he also put concealer here. Use the same foundation brush to blend concealer to complexion. And he was all about lifting the face, so just applying everything a little higher than you typically would. And then for the jawline, he says if you have a more narrow face, place the contour under the jaw, and if you have a wider face, place it on top. What do you want to do? Again, applying it higher than I typically would. Instead of setting your contour or bronzer with powder, you can actually just set it with powder bronzer. A tip he gave for bronzer and blush, he likes to apply with a big brush like this, swipe it on one side, swipe it on the other, and then apply it to the face. Finishing the look with the lip gloss in the shade Beam. So I'm going to spray this on my hair. And then I have her perfume and these layering balms that I just got that I have not tried yet. I smell amazing! Here's the final makeup look. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. It was a little mix of a vlog and a tutorial. Let me know your thoughts and what you want to see. I really appreciate you watching. Bye!